Oh, yes? I possess no ill intent, I assure you. I merely wished for a closer look at these bows. Those of other races differ so in design from our own, you see. I cannot deny I am curious about them. That's all 'tis, mind, curiosity. I have no desire to actually own one of these contraptions myself, and even if I did, it isn't as if I could purchase one. It would be unseemly for an elf to aspire to such a thing. No matter how they fascinate me, it isn't to be. You would simply give this to me? Oh, that is most generous. I would gladly accept it. You have my gratitude. Fascinating. 'Tis not dissimilar from an elven bow in make, and yet 'tis unlike one in near every respect. Such as this bowstring. It looks quite the same, but the tension is altogether different. I suppose that comes from using different materials. Why do you stare? Perhaps you find it absurd that I should marvel so at a bow not of elven make. I suppose I sought inspiration, for I confess I find myself rather lost. My aim has suffered of late, such that my wayward arrows simply would not strike true. The timing could not be more unwelcome, as my skill with a bow is to be put on trial anon. Forgive me. I should not expect you to know of our ways. I speak of the trial of archery, a time-honored elven custom. Every elf undergoes this trial when they reach maturity. Till we succeed, we are not considered to have come of age. I have been training most diligently, yet my skills ne'er seem to take shape. Indeed, I fear my aim has only worsened with each new failing. I grew so vexed with myself that I sought to learn a foreign form of archery rather than master my own people's. Thanks to you, I now have the means to do so, though I dare say I shan't make any headway on my own. Say, would you be willing to give me a demonstration? It might be just what I need to find my aim. Please, sir, you gifted me this bow. I only ask that you show me how to wield it. Many thanks. I'm indebted to you twofold. But this is no place to practice. Would you be so kind as to meet me by the ruins north of Trevo Mine? That's where I train, you see. I'll be able to concentrate on your display of bowmanship much better there. I do hope you'll join me. For now, I shall bid you farewell.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
Hay gente que he visto vi una persona que tenía todo el mapa desbloqueado. ¿Cómo llegarán a esta parte de acá arriba? Una pregunta. Quiero desbloquear todo. Quiero desbloquear todo.
I've all manner of arms for sale. Come, have yourself a look.
Tengo que comprar 3 espadas. Pagárselas al tipo ahí arriba. Baratitas. Era la misión. Sí.
No.
Y te reuniones, weón. Y ganarme 50. Ganarme. Creo que eran. Si no me equivoco, eran 3.
No purchases to be made.
I've all manner of arms for sale.
Compraríamos 3. Le compraríamos una espada a guerrero. Yo me compré.
Come, have yourself a look.
Y acá se puede mejorar. La primera mejora es solamente plata.
Well met, son. How might I be of service?
Yo creo que me voy a acercar a casi todos los NPCs que vea para conversar con ellos porque
There's a ladder here. We ought.
realmente pasó que por ejemplo ese de ahí, el elfo, es el que desbloquea la vocación de
To put it to good use.
de arquero. Voy a hablar con el capitán, yo creo, y ahí voy a seguir avanzando, ¿no? O sea, voy a hacerlo por mí mismo. Voy a tratar de seguir investigando, viendo,
We found a chest.
haciendo cosas.
Let us examine what it has to offer.
Debe estar en la taberna. No creo que
I've no time for you now.
Say, have I seen you around?
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off?
No, muy caro.
Welcome to the Star Drop. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brew.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
I've just recalled a little tidbit I heard from the locals.
Regarding the Vermundian military, yes?
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
There is no shortage of beasts that need culling in this world.
We ought take the time to evaluate our fighting strength and equipment before setting out.
There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your majesty's claim as a true arisen. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deez's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? Very well. I would not think to press you on this matter. Do not forget that we work to serve the citizenry.
Por ahora voy a guardar. Supongo que después puedo venir de nuevo y hablar con él, creo yo. ¿O no? A ver, vamos a ver. No voy a hablar con él de todas maneras.
There is much we ought to tend to. You will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Deez's misdeeds. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels afore now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask this task of you? I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Deeza demanded Waldar amend the code of Vermont to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he is loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, this mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
Me estaba fijando porque van a haber misiones que tienen tiempo y otras que no tienen tiempo para hacerlas, digamos, ¿no? No quería una misión que fuese con tiempo corto porque lo que quiero ahora es más que todo seguir explorando.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we do not forget that we work.
Por ahora es eso más que todo. Por ahora quisiera tomar, o sea, lo malo es que me cuesta 2000 de ¿no? Y me gustaría seguir explorando hacia arriba probablemente lo que no he explorado.
Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount. Now, I'll knock a...
Always a pleasure.
I shall tend to you should you require healing, Master. You need merely say the word.
Ho there. Faring all right?
Well met. Looking to make a purchase? Hope to see you again.
O sea, por ahora no he revisado mucho la ciudad, la verdad. Muy poco lo que he revisado.
I'm sure I can handle this. Quite sure. Dull days for us are...
Beg pardon, sir.
Pero digo que es bueno revisar. Me voy a poner la... O sea, he visto gente que tiene todo esto, todo, o sea, tiene todo el mapa libre, todo. ¿Cómo lo hacen? Bueno, lo vamos a hacer, lo voy a intentar hacer. No sé si en un episodio porque es imposible, pero en el rato. Ahora, no se puede agachar. ¿Cómo vas a entrar a un lugar sigilosamente, no? Esto es algo curioso. Quiero ver una cosa. ¿Cómo vivir con los 40 FPS? Quiero ver. Se ve, yo me acuerdo que se veía más o menos. Automática. Y no ha cambiado absolutamente nada. No, se ve mal. Prefiero quedarme con los 40 FPS sin quedarme bien. Lo van a actualizar en algún. Vamos a sacarnos de aquí. La ciudad es enorme.
Somehow my feet always carry me.
Sé que la cámara a veces está un poco loca, ¿no? A veces se ve bien, a veces más o menos. No siempre se ve bien con la cámara muy amplia, digamos. Que la morgue está acá. Parece que no mataba a nadie porque...
A solitary shard is good for little. We need to seek out more of these if 'tis to be of use.
We ought to keep it with care, lest we lose it.
Digamos que aquí van a traer a los cadáveres, a la gente que muere. Tampoco, no conozco ninguno. O sea, yo por lo menos a esas dos personas no las conozco realmente. No es que hayan muerto por mí o por mí. Las piedras de revivir no son tan baratas, o sea, en realidad no las venden. No son algo que uno pueda decir, ah, mira.
I'll go and open the chest.
'Tis here that the bodies of those who fall in vermand are first kept and tended to. I beg you to conduct yourself with care and with a reverence befitting of one who walks among the dead. Perhaps you've a moment to spare, an ear to lend. Your patronage is...
Digamos que por ahora... Lo curioso es que, claro, en este juego los NPCs mueren, ¿no? Y los puedes revivir.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
Now, how best to proceed?
Yo tengo una. ¿Pero no falta entrar a una casa? No creo, ¿no? Oráculo a esa hora. No pasa nada, parece. Obviamente hay lugares que están prohibidos de entrar. Otros que no.
Now, how best to proceed?
Lo voy a hallar igual, aunque tengo una, pero...
I like to come here when I need a minute to think. A lonely place.
Casa del Inter. Todo es muy grande, man. Todo es lleno. Juan es gordo, man. Amigo.
Mindless labor is for mindless men.
A lonely place. But not without its charm.
Otra túnica. La misma. Rancel.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side.
Tiene dos flechas clavadas en el cuello. Y me dice, maestro, me siento bien cuando estoy a tu lado.
I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
Mayhap I ought to give up. Let the Reaper claim me.
I like to come here when I need a minute to think.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet life.
I like to come here when I need a minute to think. I like
De la
to come
parte
here
alta
when
del
I need a minute to
castillo. Está prohibida, creo que no.
bunch of sluggards.
Have no fear.
Me anulo. ¿Qué es eso? Solo los clientes así tienen derecho a adquirir. Cuando sea millonario vendré acá.
Yeah, master.
My apologies, sir, but as you are not a member of this establishment, I cannot permit you through.
Ok, no voy, no hay problema. No soy un miembro. Soy pobre.
We have found a material.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time.
Las casas son muy parecidas, no, no todas, pero algunas.
If anyone else shares my sorrows.
Ya se vacuno.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
No harm in picking a
Yo
few.
creo que aquí tienes muchas horas. Si estás dispuesto a explorar todo y a tomarte el tiempo, porque estaba viendo las vocaciones y todo eso y es muy complejo. No es tan fácil obtener las vocaciones, son varias escuelas. No solo, o sea, hablando, yo diría que la del arquero es una de las más fáciles. Pero la del mago, tienes que conseguir 7 libros, o sea, hay un montón de cosas. No, realmente la del mago yo diría que... O sea, no sé si la del mago es la más difícil, que no creo. Pero hay otras que son muy difíciles.
There's a ladder here.
Ah, excellent find.
Hay una escalera.
A fine place to sit and gather one's the field here is no one about. Grows ere longer.
Tis a chest. I shall take a look inside.
Okay.
Well, it's rooted in the soil of gather one's
20.000. Ok. Eso es mucho.
Can't remember the last time I had a proper meal. Can't help but talk.
El ONBC no se molesta. Claramente en el castillo va a ser diferente, pero acá... La casa tenía 20.000. Es poco, pero bueno. Para mi hija. Poco porque hay cosas que cuestan más caro. Ya está amaneciendo. No. Me equivoqué.
If our destination is a distant one, travel by ox cart might be worth considering.
Walking everywhere is certainly tiring.
¿Por qué me decía viajar solo? ¿Viajé a otra ciudad? No.
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
You have my support.
Lo bueno es que entras, puedes sacar las cosas y no estás robándolas. Que hay juegos que sí. Si te trataste la...
Might as well take a look while you're here, eh?
I'm in no hurry to leave.
Isn't there anything to do round here?
Will nothing excite...
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
¿A dónde?
I may have to go exploring, see what's selling lately.
Sometimes all you need is
Well
a
met,
moment.
How might I be of
Ahí arriba.
Mayhap I will find myself better. I'm in fine.
Wonder what's going on in town.
I've got the sharpest ears in town. Tranquil places such as this. A real freshness.
I'll bet this place has a share of
Been
secrets.
a while since I heard a good story.
Lots to do, and precious little time.
No, lamentablemente no trepa, pero tal vez
All this work and not a shred of gratitude.
por acá. Tener paciencia, yo me voy a dar paciencia. Paciencia.
Mayhap I'll set out on my own adventure.
Y no, ¿por dónde? Ah, mira, él está acá. La entrada de la ciudad. ¿Cómo será, no? ¿Cómo llegarás a esos lugares tan elevados? ¿Con el mago, tal vez? Tiene que ser, supongo, ¿no? Ay, porque el mago puede levitar. Pero no le puedo dar una orden al mago.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by your side. In battle, I shall follow your lead and prioritize support. Sir Baron's request is quite understandable. Weaponry and motivated
¿Cómo llegar a lugares altos? Buena pregunta. No tengo idea.
A ladder, is it? How convenient.
We ought to put it to good use.
Oi there, friend. Care to help a fellow out? All I ask is that you hear my request. What have you got to lose? My thanks, sir. As to the matter at hand, it concerns my ox cart business. I've been holding off service on account of all the monsters on the road, but now I feel prepared to start making trips to Melv again. Only trouble is, there are still monsters about, and I can't help but worry for the safety of the carts. That's where you come in. See, I've got a letter here from Lady Margit, the Watchhead's wife, to be delivered to one Sir Leonard in Melv. I'd like you to accompany the cart in my stead and see to it that the letter reaches its recipient. What say you, friend?
O sea, me gustaría aceptar la petición, pero me da miedo de que...
Splendid! I knew I was right to put my faith in you. Now, the carts only depart at certain hours of the day, but I find that time flies when I take a seat at the station to wait. And mind you don't forget to pay your way before you board. That's standard practice, and I would advise against trying any funny business. Each cart travels with an escort of trained soldiers, see, in case it encounters any monsters out on the road. So anyone thinking of riding for free will have to take the issue up with them. But enough of my lecturing. Just make sure that letter gets to Sir Leonard, then come find me when the job's done. Oh, and I'll pay your fare this time, seeing as you're doing me a favour and all. Come find me when you've delivered that letter. I'll be waiting to hear from you.
Algunas misiones se ven afectadas por el paso del tiempo y avanzarán misiones de premio en varias misiones. Algunas misiones se verán afectadas por el paso del tiempo y avanzarán la participación de arisen. Se dan varias misiones. Hay riesgo de poder actuar a tiempo. Este mes lo tenemos por la hora de gestión. Vale.
We need only deliver it to the intended...
Veamos. Vamos a... Esto sí requiere tiempo. No, esta de acá. Esta sale con un relojito. Vamos a guardar esta casa. Pues las misiones como esta no, ¿ya? Pero esta sí tiene un... ¿Se tiene que llevar dónde? Allá. Hagámosla. Oh. ¿Qué me dice? Me dice, monta un carro de bueyes hasta Melville para carta a mano. Vamos a hacerlo. Igual tenía que ir hacia allá, así que todo bien. Vamos a...
Mayhap I'll seek out a town I've yet to visit.
I'll have an early supper. Now, where was I bound again? Would that I could
It's been a hard day.
This ox cart's bound for Melv. I'll not take you anywhere till I've had my due.
Los carros de bueyes son una medida alta prácticamente segura de viajar entre en intervalos regulares y pueden estar a cambio hasta con una para LR. La forma en la que viajar dependerá directamente de la particularidad del país. Saltos y carros de que siempre es aconsejable para la partida. Vamos a hacerlo. Vamos a subirnos.
What ought I to do?
Vamos a sentarnos. Vamos a partir en nuestro primer viaje hacia Melville.
As soon as my ship's done, I'm off to the tavern.
You wish me to return? At once, master.
Vienen conmigo.
Off we trot.
Tengo otro logro,
What should I get up to today?
Now this is a conundrum.
My bed calls and I shan't resist.
Really now? You mustn't shirk your duty, lest you forget 'tis the arisen we serve here.
I'm well aware of that, thank you.
Pero el carro va como río caca. Porque a esta velocidad no va a llegar.
How are we to fight with such worn-out gear?
A esta velocidad yo voy más rápido que el carrito. Vamos a descansar. Por esta vez.
Am I truly? This is rather thrilling.
An ogre is upon us!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Ahora, ¿cómo uso? Voy a ver una cosa, ¿cómo uso otra flecha? O por ejemplo, ¿cómo uso? No las puedo usar, ¿no? No sé cómo usar otra flecha.
I grant you roaring flame!
La última vez que me enfrenté una vez esta
Well done.
Ahora sí se está bien.
I'm not going to take that from you.
Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing. It seems we have enraged our foe.
I cannot use their rage to our advantage.
By your leave.
Ok, me pegó un poquito. Hay una parte de la salud que no se puede curar, pero...
Feast your eyes on this.
El carro está ahí.
Tis a foe worthy of caution. Naught save our best will do. By your leave.
Our foe stumbles. Just one more push ought to bring it down.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. I did my best to match your skill, master.
Whoa!
Carrito. Pasa el carro.
Where are you going?
Ya, mira, igual llegué rápidamente. Pues. La ciudad en la ya llegué.
At last we've arrived, delivery in hand.
We ought to make the delivery now, lest it should end up lost or misplaced.
Right you are. Here we are.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A basque of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
Más que entregar esto.
Right you are.
Esto donde se entrega. Se desmonta el carro. No prueba. Carta Lena. ¿Este no es Lena? A ver.
Aye, what can I do for you? Ah, a letter from Lady Margaret, you say? 'Tis a fair way you've come, then. My thanks. She's a kindly sort, I must say. We met when I worked with her husband, Sir Gregor, on one occasion. Now she's taken to inquiring after my health at the turn of every season.
Our results are awaited. What say we make our report?
Ya no, ahora ya no me pide tiempo, güey. Ya le entregué la carta. Vamos a marcar esto. ¿Prioritaria la misión? No. Ok, no, voy a grabar por esa carta, pero según yo no, pero bueno. Ya que estoy acá, quería hacer esta.
It's this way.
Estos son los barriles. ¿Puedo lanzarla hasta allá? No creo, ¿no? Genial. Allá. Ahí.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
It's this way. Got to fix this up proper.
It's quiet about.
That Lady Margaret's a kindly sort. Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we good? You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
Now... Forward. Throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master.
It's this way.
Perhaps this will seem of little consequence, but some masters rearrange their party at the drop of a hat. Expertly thrown, Master. I'd wager those Saurians will think twice about nesting here again.
'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
Our task is complete.
Outstanding. Well met.
Fulminous shield, eh? 'Tis a bargain, I reckon. I picked it up in Melve after the dragon attacked. Can't speak for its contents, but it certainly looks valuable.
Pleasure doing business with you. Always a fresh breeze blowing round here.
Hay muchas cosas escondidas dentro de este juego que tal vez no parecen escondidas, pero sí lo están. Te podrías equivocar. Digamos que, por ejemplo, un ejemplo. Hay ciertos libros que solo puedes obtener en ciertas ocasiones. Yo no sé si el día está nublado.
A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
Shall we see if there's aught to be found while we're here?
Se ve, como que se ve medio nublado. Ahora lo que me pregunto es cómo la gente llegó a explorar todo el mapa, porque aquí yo ya lo exploré todo. Tendría que ir acá, ¿no? Igual voy a
I
grabar.
suppose there can be no...
No quiero cagarla
harm in bringing this
en
along.
el hecho de la otra misión.
We
que
cannot
tengo que
expect
reportar.
gleaming treasures round every corner.
He visto gente que ha
Weapons are simple enough to procure if we've the coin. But we might be lucky enough to find some in treasure chests.
explorado
Indeed,
todo el puto mapa.
you are correct.
Pienso que el juego salió ayer. Esta gente tiene que llegar jugando más. O sea, por ejemplo, ¿cómo llegas allá? Al otro lado.
We found a chest, but I wouldn't get too excited if I were you. You won't always find what you hope for.
There's treasure within, I'm certain of it. But there's only one way to find out. I see a ladder yonder, but we can't reach it from here. We'll have to get up there and drop it down.
¿Cómo? Eso es lo que me pregunto, lo de las escaleras. ¿Cómo llegas ahí arriba? ¿Y cómo uso otras flechas? Pues?
It is about time we press.
A ver, un segundo. Igual ya estamos con el tiempo, ya lo veo, no, sí.